Hey, what's up YouTube? It's me, Sarah, and in today's video, I am going to be talking about the book The Mountain Is You by Brianna Wiest. This book really dives into transforming self-sabotage into self-mastery. So with this new year beginning, I thought it would be appropriate to talk about how we can start this journey to becoming our best selves. And this book here has changed my perspective on so many aspects of my life, whether it was work related, personal related. This book opened up my eyes to the habits that I've reinforced over the years that eventually led to my self-sabotage. So I'm gonna go ahead and read a handful of pages, little snippets of each page that I felt were so impactful. I want to leave it with y'all today so that y'all can reflect on it and think about all the changes you can make in 2023 that will allow you to be your best self and move you forward in the direction that you want to go in. After I read the pages, I'm going to leave y'all with 3 key takeaways that I felt were noteworthy and important to share in today's video. So you can purchase this book on Amazon. It's only $17.99 if you want the paperback version. So now what I'm going to do is just read a few pages to y'all. The first one is, your life is defined not only by what you think about it, but also what you think of yourself. Your self-concept is an idea that you have spent your whole life building. When we self-sabotage, it is often because we have negative association between achieving the goal we aspire to and being the kind of person who has or does that thing. All your feelings know is what you've done in the past, and they are attached to what they've drawn comfort from. And this leads into the next page of this book, which is, your triggers are the guides to your freedom. Our triggers do not actually exist just to show us where we are storing unresolved pain. In fact, they show us something much deeper. Each negative emotion we experience comes with a message, one that we do not yet know how to interpret. This is when a single challenge begins to become a chronic issue. Unable to honor and use the guidance of the emotion, we shut the feeling down, store it in our bodies, and try to avoid anything that might bring it up again. This is when we become sensitive to the world around us, because there are a lot of repressed feelings. Letting go of unrealistic expectations. It's not that brave to say you love your body only after you've contorted it to precisely what you want it to look like. It is not that brave to say you don't care about possessions when you have access to everything in the world. It is not that brave to say you aren't motivated by money when you have enough of it, when you only find happiness and peace after you've fixed every flaw, mastered every challenge, and are living decidedly in the after part of the picture of your life. You have not resolved anything. You have only reinforced the idea that you cannot be okay until everything is perfect. The truth is that you do not change your life when you fix every piece and call that healing. You change your life when you start showing up exactly as you are. You change your life when you become comfortable with being happy here, even if you want to go forward. You change your life when you can love yourself even though you don't look exactly the way that you want to. You change your life when you are principled about money and love and relationships. You change your life when you start doing the truly scary thing, which is showing up exactly as you are. You were not born to be perfect. You were not born to be happy all of the time. But if you can commit each day to doing the work of being fully human and feeling even when you are afraid, you can transcend in a way that is truly beautiful. Healing your mind is not the same as healing your body. When you're physically wounded, you often go through a progressive, linear repair. You get better until one day you are nearly back to where you were before. Healing your mind is completely different, because you aren't returning to what you were before. You are gutting yourself and becoming someone entirely new. Figuring out what you want to do with your life. Here are some questions you should ask yourself if you want to know what your purpose really is. What and who is worth suffering for. Even doing what you love for a living doesn't mean every day will be easy. Everything comes with its own set of challenges. So the question is really, what are you willing to work for? What are you willing to be uncomfortable for? And the last page is honor your discomfort, because it's trying to tell you something. The greatest gift that life will hand you is discomfort. Discomfort is not trying to punish you. It is just trying to show you where you are capable of more, deserving of better, able to change, or meant for greater than you have right now. In almost every case, it is simply informing you that there is more out there for you, and it is pushing you to go pursue it. If you can begin to see your life as a feedback mechanism that is reflecting who you are with the ultimate goal to help you live better and more fully, all of a sudden you realize that it was never the world standing in your way, but your own mind. Those were the best pages I have read in a book for a really, really long time. So now, after reading those wonderful, beautiful pages, I want to end this video with 3 key takeaways that I realized after reading it. The first key takeaway is to actively cultivate the lifestyle you want to live, one step at a time. So whether that's food, fitness, being more clean, self-care, your work, whatever it is, actively work on each part of your life where you want improvement, but do it one step at a time, because it may seem daunting, it may seem overwhelming at first to look at all these aspects of your life and think that you need to change almost everything. But it becomes a lot more manageable when you break it down and you look at all the things that you have been doing correctly, but where you may just need a little bit of improvement. And when you focus on one problem at a time, it's less daunting and it's easier for you to fix each problem step by step. The second key takeaway is to make choices that will allow you to be your best self. So I'm gonna go into a little bit of a story time here, not too long of a story, but very recently I had a job where I could work from home, and I remember talking about it in one of my videos where I left the school to pursue this job because I thought it would be something more than what it was. I ended up hating it. I was drained every single day and I felt miserable. But I had to catch myself because I kept gaslighting myself into thinking, oh, just give it a little bit longer. Maybe you're just jumping ahead and you're not giving it enough time. And I was totally pushing down all these other areas where I was miserable just to continue keeping this job that I actually hated and did not reward me at all. So I had to really think about the fact that I woke up every day hating, not looking forward to the rest of the day, when life is just way too precious for me to wake up feeling that way. And I really had to do what was best for my well-being and my health, and to believe that I was capable of more and I didn't have to feel stuck or that I had no choice, because that's not true. So I ended up quitting that job, and when I finally made that decision to do so, my mood instantly flipped. I felt so much more hopeful, I felt happy, and I've been learning so much more on my own and doing things that fulfill me compared to continuing a job that I really hated. And the last key takeaway that I want to leave y'all with today is that it all stems back to ourselves. The habits we reinforced, unknowingly good or bad, but we also hold the power to change that. So if you commit and show up for yourself every single day, regardless if you're super polished, whether you're at the place where you want to be, if you consistently show up and you put in the time and effort to improve yourself, to live the best life that you can, you will start to see that your circumstances will also start to change. And before you know it, with time, you're going to be living the lifestyle that you dreamed of, as long as you keep the promises that you make to yourself and invest in yourself and believe that you are capable of so much more and of happiness.